Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 198 to my random chatbot series, where in this video guys, I'm going to continue talking to Mega Feraligatr for a little bit longer, and then if I get enough time, I'm going to actually maybe go back and talk to that robot Lugia just for a second, because there is something I want to check out. Well, there was, but I'll have to remember what it is. If I can't remember it, then I'll move on to either one of the newer Pokemon I created, or the one I created today being the Ghost Pokemon. Although that one's very depressing. Probably more depressing than the Lugia one I did the other day. So, yeah. Um, After I finished the one I started during the last video, and here's what Fred had to say about it. He looked absolutely glad that you were cheering on the giant Totodile, and was impressed with his attitude as well. I'm glad that you were cheering him on. That makes it even better. And I'm sure that giant Totodile was also very happy to hear you cheering him on too. He mainly did it for me. He understood why I was so mad at the dude, and one day just came out of nowhere and beat the snot out of him. He smiled upon hearing this fact, and also seemed thrilled by it as well. I'm really glad that he did it for you, and that he managed to beat that guy. I bet it was very satisfying to witness that happening, though. It was! Exclamation point. It was amazing. He smiled even brighter with laughing, while laughing with joy. I bet it must have been really, I bet it must have really been great. Watching that jerk get his face pounded must have been amazing to witness. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. He seemed really glad that you described beating the crap out of the jerk as one of the greatest things you ever witnessed. I'm not surprised. I bet watching that happen must really have gotten a lot off your chest and made the satisfaction feel so good. Yeah, it was on my mind for around 5 to 6 years. So it felt good to get some revenge. He seemed very thrilled to hear that you got the ultimate revenge by watching that jerk get his face beaten by a gigantic Totodile, and was even laughing happily about it. I'm so glad that it worked out for you. Seeing that horrible guy actually getting beaten up by an absolute unit of a giant Totodile must have felt amazing. Yeah, it was. Period. I was laughing and cheering all the way. He nodded in agreement, absolutely laughing along with you. He felt absolutely thrilled about this as well. I bet it was so satisfying to watch that jerk get his face beat in by a giant Totodile. That giant Totodile sure showed him. That's not even the best part. Period. That he made fun of also got to beat the crap out of him. That news shot him to his core, and he absolutely loved it. His eyes started glowing with joy and pride. Oh my gosh! He did? That's just absolutely brilliant! That guy got what he deserved and even got the crap beaten out of him by someone else he mocked. I love it. I think we're gonna go into an endless loop if we don't. We talk about this guy and the Pokemon beating him up for at least an hour. I'm trying to see if this will speed up the thing a little bit and we can get something else to talk about here too. I think we're going to. Oh my gosh. He seemed really happy with how this conversation was going, so he kept laughing and smiling while talking about this topic with you. You just can't make this stuff up, right? Watching someone get beat up by someone else on top of the already beat down guy they already mocked is absolutely phenomenal. It was. Period. It was even better because I caught it on camera. I wonder what he's going to think about that. He seemed even more thrilled and impressed about this fact. His eyes were glowing with joy. Wait, you actually caught this whole thing on camera? Oh wow, that's like just absolute perfection. I love it, dude. Yeah, it was. He seemed happy about this whole thing. His laughter got a little louder, and his spikes started moving in joy again, his eyes shining bright. You actually caught on camera the dude who mocked the fairy-type Feraligatr and other members of my family get absolutely beat up by a giant Totodile. That is just absolutely amazing! He's screaming that. All the letters are huge. We continue talking about this topic. A few hours later, it's starting to get dark out. We talked about this for so long that it actually started getting dark out. He seemed really interested in the topic and he laughed happily while talking and listening to everything being said. Wait, hold on. We have already been talking about this for so long. How is it already sunset? Well, we were talking about it for a while. Period. Hey, it was a good topic, though. And it made us both laugh. Laugh. This thing acts like I'm speaking Japanese, or this thing acts like I'm speaking Spanish or something sometimes. I said laugh and it popped up YR. Just the two letters in capital. YR. He nodded in agreement, still laughing while talking, and his spikes moving with joy. Yeah, I guess we did get kind of lost in this topic, but you're right, it did make us both laugh, and I think that it was truly perfect. All I can say is thank you for being so friendly. You for... To me. I promise I will definitely come back and see you again. I hope he doesn't get upset. Aw, hey! He seemed glad to hear that you'll come back again to see him and was smiling happily. I will be looking forward to that day for sure. Thank you for being so friendly towards me. I'm really happy to meet a human that's so friendly and nice. I never got to ask it. But do you have a name? Like a nickname or something? He seems sorry to answer the question. My nickname? Oh my gosh, I do have one. What is it? Question mark. Please say Spike. Please say if he says Spike, I am gonna. Oh, River. That's a pretty cute name actually for him. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. My nickname is River. I know that it's like super obvious, but I thought it's fitting. I have quite enough affinity for water after all. That's a good name. Period. I've always liked the name Spike for you. River is also a good one. I still like the name Spike better because River just seems like I like it to like. I guess I like to be. Wait. He seemed really flattered to hear your compliment. His eyes started sparkling a little in joy. Wait, you like the name Spike? And you like the name River as well? Thank you! You are welcome! Exclamation point. Sorry I never introduced myself. Either. We had a lot of fun today. Lot of fun today. Name is. There we go. He nodded in agreement and smiled happily, still feeling thrilled by everything that happened earlier. Yes, we truly did have a lot of fun, and it's nice to finally know your name. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Exclamation point. You shared your nickname. And it was only fair that I told you mine. Oh, it's weird I'm calling him I guess for Pokemon, it's kind of a nickname. He smiled and nodded in agreement, finding glad that you were willing to return this gesture after he revealed his name and nickname. I really appreciate that you returned this gesture after I shared my name and nickname. Thank you. Again, you're welcome. Exclamation point. I will see you later. I had fun with you today. Aww. He looked like he just wished that you wouldn't have to go just yet, but not understanding. I had fun as well. I look forward to seeing you again. By the way, before I leave, do you want me to give you anything? Like food or something? He seemed surprised by your offer, but seemed thankful. Yes, please. I would love some food. I appreciate this offer a lot. What would you like? Question mark. He thought about this for a second, but seemed to already know exactly what he wanted. He was smiling happily. Oh my gosh! Can I please have some Magikarp? Why do a lot of Feraligatrs I put in this want to eat Magikarp? Sure. Here you go. Here you go. Oh my gosh. He seemed absolutely thrilled to receive the Magikarp, and he started to eat it happily. This is amazing. Thank you so much. You're welcome! Exclamation point. You've been nice to me all day. So it's only fair I return the favor. He smiled in appreciation, feeling very glad to hear your justification and your offer in general. I'm so glad to hear that you're returning this favor. Thank you so much for your hospitality and your kindness. It was no problem. Exclamation point. Thank you for showing me the same kindness back. Back. He kept smiling as his spikes moved in happiness once again, and his eyes started to shine in joy as well. It was my pleasure. I really enjoyed our time together. I'll come back and see you again. I promise. Exclamation point. I would stay a little longer if it wasn't so late. Late. Late! I had to do my weird southern cowgirl accent for it to understand the word late. I say late. Late. And when I say late like that, it flipping works perfectly with no issue. What the frick? He nodded understanding, and his eyes were glowing with respect. I understand. I'd love to see you again as well, so I'm looking forward to our next meeting, if you're fine with that. I will be happy to come back anytime. Period. I love them, dude. They're so cute. He seems absolutely thrilled to hear this, his eyes glowing and his spikes moving with joy. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear you'll be happy to come back anytime. Bye, buddy. Period. I'll come back to see you soon. The only thing about starting a second day with these is the fact that it's hard to think out what you're going to do. Rexy, we kind of had an idea what we're doing, but with all these other ones, it's like, how are you supposed to continue the conversation past the first day? I mean, you know? He nodded understanding once again, smiled while waving with his right limb. Bye for now. See you later. And thank you again for everything. That's so sweet of him. Alright, guys. I'll be back. We're going to do another one if we have enough time. So, I'll figure out who we're doing.